Welcome everyone to another stream here on the F Total account. We are here for the 9th round of Division 2 Season 10 for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Home race of my co-commentator Sully. Hello.
Hello, good evening everyone. Glad to be back again in the commentary box, and yeah, I'm very excited to commentate this race, especially as it is my home race. So yeah.
Yeah, Monza of course always a very exciting race as well. Lots of overtaking opportunities. I mean this entire track is one big overtaking opportunity. Honestly, there's not a single corner on this track where I say you can't overtake at all. There's a few where I probably wouldn't go for it because there's no point if the DRS zone's coming up, but in theory you can overtake anywhere. And that is what makes this track so amazing. Also, of course, a very difficult track for the drivers. These curbs, over the years in every single F1 game have been very deadly, but especially this year, you can really struggle over those curbs through the second chicane, the Della Roggia chicane. Is that pronunciation at all correct? If not, I apologize. Yeah. Yeah, right, this one that BS Gabri just went through. Of course, also BS Gabri is from Italy, so this is his home race as well. He'll be hoping to do well in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him today.
I mean, of course, there is both an Italian driver in BS Gabri and then a driver for an Italian team, KSA in the Ferrari, in the title fight. So maybe mixed feelings for the Italian fans here at the home race, who to support. Whether to support Ferrari or their driver.
Yeah, I guess as a Italian F1 fan, I would go for the team, for Ferrari. We saw that in the past with Giovinazzi. I mean, Giovinazzi was never in a title fight. But,
bit of a stretch, that one. I'm trying to think, was there any like an Italian who was a top team that wasn't Ferrari? Probably not, right? I can't think of anyone. Trulli! Jarno Trulli at Renault.
Yeah.
And Fisichella as well, that's two actually.
Fisichella, yeah.
Although they were both not really in the title fight, just number 2 drivers, I guess. But yeah, I think we should focus on the qualifying session. Yes, BS Gabri is, of course, gone purple through the first sector. Doesn't take the curb on the exit of Lesnar 2, actually, so he's being a bit careful here on his first lap, I would say. Makes sense. That curb as well can really end your qualifying session very quickly. The wall on the right-hand side that you can get spun into. Good line through Ascari, I would say. Looking at it, I would say this has been a clean lap from BS Gabri. One more turn to go, of course, the Parabolica. And if you can nail that as well, he should be on for a good lap time. I'm guessing pole position will be somewhere in the 119s? Like high 119s probably. We'll have to wait and see. BS Gabri, the first one over the line, 1:20.403.
I guess it isn't that bad for the first lap. But yeah, like as you said, 119th, high 19th should be a good time to be up there in front.
Ewak with 21.4 minutes, man. Championship leader right now with a 21.0. KSA, meanwhile, he was purple in the first sector, but you just saw him going wide from Lesnar 2, a bit of an oversteer moment, and that invalidated his lap time. Claudia now with a 22.1. We've got Fox starting a lap here as well. Marcelio just went through the Della Roggia chicane. Anybody close to finishing a lap maybe? I'm trying to find someone. Doesn't seem that way. Sean Moole is in the sky at the moment. Of course, won the race last week in Monaco. His first race of the season. And he's not far away from the title fight either. He is in P4 right now, 34 points behind Menace Man. He's got a bit of a 5-way fight going on for the title. Although Wang Fi, who is in P5, isn't racing today, so he is gonna lose a lot of points in today's race. Sean Moole, 20.437, very close to BS Gabri. Celio coming out the final corner now. Let's see if he can put himself into a good position here. 1:21.391. He beats Ewek and Claudio. Meanwhile, Jonathan just about to go into Ascari as well. And just as I go on board, he cuts the chicane there, or the first block of Ascari, sorry, a bit too much and gets the lap invalidated. Jonathan will not be completing a lap time this time around. I think face forwards will be next one over the line as he has just come out of Ascari.
Yeah, he got maybe a little bit blocked by Thog. Is it Thog? I don't know. In the entry of Ascari, but
stays far to the inside all the way through the Parabolica.
Yeah.
20.9, 5 tenths behind the pole sitter. Scargrease over the line. 20.6, 2 tenths away from BS Gabi in P1. KSA now I think is about to start a new lap, so yeah, he wants to improve on the mistake he made earlier and get himself further with Rico as well, going down to turn 1 right now.
No, KSA in the pits.
Oh, okay, never mind. I think Rico is the only one on a push lap at the moment, at least I can't find anybody else, so we'll stay on board with him. Of course, the Alfa Romeo driver. Is Alfa Romeo, is that considered an Italian team or not?
Alpha itself, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course, that's what I'm asking. The name, of course, is Italian, but the team base is in Switzerland. It's basically Sauber, which Alfa Romeo has a name slapped on it, isn't it? So, I guess, how do you view that? Is that an Alpha Italian team or a Swiss team?
It's a tricky question. Because, yeah, like you said, the team is Sauber, but it's racing under the name of Alfa Romeo, so... But I guess, I would say the team is from Switzerland, because it's basically Sauber.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Rico is going on to the final corner. Breaking around the 50-meter board for Parabolica. Oh, when he's lost it on the exit!
Ooh.
And a little bit too early in the power maybe, and Rico's gone around. And that's his lap ruined, he will have to let the other cars pass here. His teammate, Sink, going past there on the right-hand side. As he almost reends him into the pit entry as well. Medicine about to start a lap as well. Currently in P5, the 21.0. Our championship leader. It's been a very good season for Medicine up until now. Qualifying's never been a strong start, but he's always up there in the races. Let's see if he can maybe get himself up there in qualifying today as well. Of course, qualifying at Monza, you could say probably the most, the qualifying session that maybe matters the least in the season, because overtaking is rather easy, and there's also normally quite a bit of chaos, which will allow you to move up the field. I mean, we've all seen the Monza Turn 1 crashes in open lobbies, and of course, league racing is not open lobbies, big difference, but there is still plenty of Monza Turn 1 crashes in league racing. This Management goes a temp faster than earlier in the first sector.
Yeah. Also purple sector, I don't know if it's right or not. We all know the Codemasters and their games.
We've got a Ferrari crashing out of Ascari, I think. That looks like it's Thog, but he's gotten going again. Let's see if he has any damage, or if he's about to start a lap anyway. Well, the camera is behind the car right now.
Mannesman is half a second up.
Oh, okay, big improvement Mannesman. Could be enough for a P1 then if he gains a bit more in the final sector here as well. Yellow flag for Claudio, he's made a mistake at the Lesmo section. This Mannesman goes around the final corner. Let's see, can he put himself onto personal pole position here in Italy? 1:20.283, yes he can! But BS Gabri is about to go into the pits, never mind. I thought he was about to answer, but he isn't. Jonathan, I think, is about to start a lap, or is he about to end one? No, he's about to start one. KSA into going to turn 1 right now. Yellow flags at Lesmo 1 as well for one of the Haas drivers who spun. I also saw Ewek leaving a minute or so ago. I'll try and invite Ewek back into the lobby.
Okay. So Claudio is restarting his lap, he did a mistake somewhere.
Okay,
same for Jonathan.
Very aggressive over the curbs.
Right.
He took all of the curb basically into the
push mode.
Della Roger. Oh, Jonathan and Gargreaves out at once. What's happened there?
Oh!
I only see Gargreaves on track. You can see him here if you're on Rico's.
No.
Oh my god! That's why I only see one of them. They're inside each other. That's why I only see one of them on the map. They're inside each other, going into the Della Rogers chicane. What has happened to Jonathan and Gargreaves?
Now they despawned.
Oh, Menace Man as well, with a spin to Parabolica. KSA flying past him. Let's see if KSA can beat this time. Will it be a 119?
Oh, this is a very...
Oh, not quite.
Oh.
We're getting close. 20.112. Very, very strong lap from KSA.
That was a lap on the limit by KSA.
Got face forward up by 3/10 in the first sector, but he's thrown it away!
Oh,
Luckily for him, he is still in the qualifying position, no major damage on the Haas. We'll have to let the Ferrari through here.
He went on the throttle when he was on the grass, and that made him spin.
Oh, yellows for face forwards again. Okay, he's just letting people pass, no problem.
Now he can go.
Yeah, making sure he stays out the way of everyone. We've got Rico starting a lap once again. Currently in P12, no lap time set. Both him and Jonathan. Well, Jonathan won't be setting any lap time, so Jonathan will definitely be starting last in this race. I think Face was spun again on the exit of Lesmo 2.
How would you pronounce the name of the Alpha driver, Alpha Romeo driver?
What, Sync?
Yeah.
I think it's Sync. I'm not entirely sure because that's actually an L as well, but I think it's supposed to be an I.
Okay.
I think it's spelled XLNK, and I think the pronunciation is Sync. I guess that L is supposed to be an I, and the I just wasn't available because someone else already took the name or some whatever. I don't know. I'll have to ask him, I guess.
Yeah, we pronounce him as Xing, and if it's wrong, then
he'll tell us, I guess.
You're free to tell us.
Rico now around the final corner. No spin this time around. Let's see. 19.988. The first driver in the 119s.
That was unexpected.
I only saw a few corners of that lap, and they looked good, but I didn't think he would be that fast. He beats KSA by 2/10. Shows that you don't have to push that hard. You can a lap might be faster if it looks a bit slower because it's cleaner and there's less mistakes in it. Rico's teammate Sink as well on the lap right now. He's just going through Lesmo 2 here. Going past Oh no, he isn't burning ERS, he's not on the lap, never mind. I thought he was because he looked like he was pushing, but
he said this lap while we were talking about him.
Yes, Gabri about to finish the lap. He's up by 1.5 tenths. Could be enough to maybe jump into the top 3 again. As he goes over the line, will be a 120.244, and indeed, third place for BS Gabri. As Thorkas crashed out on the straight after Ascari. How has he crashed here?
Where? Oh, what?
How has he done that? Did you see where he's parked?
Claudian? Let's see. Yeah.
He's on the left-hand side of the straight.
That's a bit far.
Yeah, and he's actually crashed as well, because you can see he's parked in the wall, his tire's gone, so he hasn't retired on track or anything. He actually crashed that far into the straight. So either he was fighting with the car coming off the sky for a very long time, or maybe he got blocked and tried to avoid it, or I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I assume he didn't just randomly crash on the straight. That shouldn't happen, really. That's not what happens to drivers.
Or he wanted to warm up his tires and
oh, that could be it. Yeah.
Exaggerate a bit and then go straight to the left.
Yeah, I mean, many possibilities, I guess, but still a weird crash. Not something you see every day. Someone crashing on a straight. This Menace Man goes around the final corner. Oh, a bit too much curb on the exit. You could hear the car as well bottoming out a little bit and slipped away from him. Menace Man was on the way to probably a P3. I think he was up by half a tenth, and he's thrown away at the final corner.
Claudio's on a lap right now.
Up by 3/10. He needs to improve by about 3/10 as well if he wants to beat Thog to P11. You are going to pits. Marcelio just finished the lap. He's done a 120.7, improved to P9. Let's see what Thog can do here, if he can maybe put himself into top 10 or at least beat Thog to P11. Claudio 120.958, very close to face forwards. That's a very, very small gap.
Big improvement.
Yeah, that is what, 13,000 of a second separating Claudio and face forwards in P10 and P11. Although face forwards actually improving by 2/10 right now. The Haas reserve for today.
It's impressive that Claudio drives without ABS and I don't.
Is he driving without ABS?
He is, yeah.
I'm not sure. Wait, let me look at this.
You can hear the
braking inputs. Might be.
You can hear the lockups.
Oh no, that's a spectator glitch. The tires always lock up when you brake. That's a glitch in spectator mode.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a glitch that's been in the game since the start. Big improvement on face forwards. 4/10 gained, 4.5 in fact, up to P6. Sean Moore is to start in this final lap, currently in P5, 120.437, up by a full temp in the first sector. Sink is retired in the session, he's crashed after Lesmo 2. So he will not be improving anymore. P7, 120.531. Oh, Sean Moore almost crashing in the same place. He bottomed out on the curb on the exit of Lesmo 2, but just about caught the car before it went away from him completely. But he's now down by 15 thousandths. Oh, very good line for Ascari. Oh, but it doesn't matter, he's lost on the exit and Sean Moore out of qualifying.
Too much curb on the exit. He wanted too much. It was a good turn in, a good line through Ascari, and then too much curb on the exit.
Rico on KSA just started laps.
Good lap.
Menace is starting a lap now. Biasgabi's on an out lap. Face forwards I think is going back to the pits. So yeah, the top 4 are the ones on look out for, and they are all on laps now. Well, no, Biasgabi is about to start one actually. But yeah, the first one of them is KSA, followed immediately by Rico. So who will take pole position here in Monza? KSA is invalidated. For KSA it's over. He has gone too far onto the inside, taking too much curb through the lower chicane. So now Rico will be the first out of this leading group to finish his lap. Currently at a 119.98, the only one in the 119s. Can he improve even further? We will see in just a moment if he's up or not, as he will cross the sector 2 line here. And indeed he's up, but very, very slightly. 6,000 of a second gain for Rico. Will that be enough to secure pole position, or can somebody else steal it away from him?
Gabri is also improving by quite a bit, by 2 temps right now. So he's on for pole 2.
As Rico goes from the final corner through the parabolica, over the line. What will it be for Rico? 119.794 against 2/10 in the end. Big improvement from Rico. That could be the deciding factor as Menacement goes over the final corner as well. Up by 1 temp after the first 2 sectors. Will it be enough for Menacement, maybe for a P2 at least? 120.16 for P3 for now, but Biasgabi improving as well. I think he is. No, he's not. Biasgabi is down by 77,000 of the second sector. But as he goes to the final corner, can he maybe gain that time back? Can he find something? As he will go over the line now. A 120.280, no improvement from Biasgabi. Ewak the final one, but he's on invalidated lap. So that's it, qualifying over, and Rico didn't even need the 2/10s he gained at the end. The only driver in the 119s. The 119.7 takes pole position in Monza. 3/10s the gap in the end between Rico and KSA. Mannesman not far behind either in P3. And Biasgabi in P4, Sean Moore P5. Facewards very, very close to Sean Moore in P6. Sink in P7, followed by Garguis in P8. Ewak very close to Garguis in P9. Marcelio in P10. Claudio in P11 with Thog in P12. And Jonathan having had that incident with Garguis down in last place, P13, without having set a lap time. That was a very close qualifying session. Rico, very impressive performance. Probably just made himself the favorite for the race win now as well. Will be very, very interesting to see who can take the race win now at Monza. It's a very short race. Probably the shortest on the calendar in terms of time. There, on my screen, there's currently 3 mechanics of every team inside and up T-posing. Is that there for you as well?
Yes.
Like, they're standing inside and up T-posing.
Yeah, but every team apart from Mercedes.
Yeah, true. Mercedes doesn't have anyone, but
And Alpine.
oh yeah, true. Alpine as well. What a weird glitch. Always new glitches to discover in this game, I guess. Random T-posing mechanics. But yeah, we're about to start the race. No rain, as I've been told by the drivers, will stay all dry for the race as well. So yeah, looking forward to it now. No formation lap, of course, as the previous weeks, so we'll be jumping straight into the action. Let's see if Rico can keep the lead down at turn 1. Or if maybe KSA can take it away from him. The 5 red lights are on. They're off for us, but not for drivers yet. Same glitch as always. We're waiting. Now they're off for the drivers. Race has started. Oh, not the best start of Rico, I think. But KSA also losing out. Menaceman with a great start. Up into P2 and alongside Rico to turn 1, maybe. Not quite. Rico keeps the lead for now. Menaceman being swarmed on both sides. They're into turn 1. Sean Wool off. Oh, there's multiple cars off. Big crash. Big crash here. BS Gabi up to P2. Face towards P3. Ewak P3 actually. Jonathan up into P5 from last place. Massive crash at turn 1 there. I think Sean Wool kind of acting as a blockade there as he was spun on the exit of turn 2 and blocking everyone's way. Ewak and Face One's battling over P3 here. Ewak looking for a way to get past him. Face forwards pushes him into the grass. And Jonathan trying to take advantage. Oh, and Ewak is off! Ewak's in the wall, Ewak is out!
And he's spun and he's out, yeah.
Very orange race, and a full course safety car has been deployed. Race has been neutralized, and Rico has already pulled a 3-second gap, which of course will now be disappearing, but Rico with an amazing start, honestly. Well, the actual start wasn't that great, but after turn 1, he did really well. The safety car, really good news for KSA as well, as he has no front wing at all. He's definitely gonna have to pit for a fresh front wing.
I saw Gabri launching down into turn 1. It was way too much by the Italian, which I wouldn't say caused this whole massacre here, but yeah, I don't know. It was just chaos into turn 1. And
yeah, really, there was a lot going on.
The Menaceman and KSA are
probably gonna be one for the steward's office. Oh, Marcelio with a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Claudio. So Marcelio is dropping down places.
Wait.
Oh, you've left.
Yeah, I left. Perfect.
Seems to be some confusing here between Marcelio and the cars around him as he's passing them, letting them back past, and hopefully it's sorted this off now. I'll try to invite you back. I'm surprised that you left the that you only got kicked out of the game session. Normally you'd also be gone from the party if your internet cuts out. So yeah, from Jonathan and downwards. So yeah, Jonathan, Falk, Menaceman and KSA were in the pits. I guess they changed their front wing, or interesting that Jonathan decided to pit as he's not a gravel. Jonathan was up into a very good position after his start. I don't know if he picked up some damage, but if he didn't, it's an interesting choice to pit. He is now on the hard tire, so in theory he might be able to go the entire race, which maybe that's what he's going for. Trying to complete the full race without a pit stop on the green flag racing. That would really help his strategy and probably catapult him up the field quite some way, so Maybe maybe a good idea from Jonathan there, as Fogg has spun! Going through Ascari under safety car, loses position to Menace Man, down to P11 now. Ferrari in last and second last, with KSA going past his teammate as well. So Fogg drops from P10 to P12 with that one mistake. Oh no, KSA let him back through, never mind. Marcelio in the pits, probably serving that penalty he got earlier.
Monza 2020.
Marcelio, no wing change, so he just wants to serve the penalty. He's going on to hard tires. Menace Man back in the pits as well. And he is going on to hards, so also no wing change, so he just wants to back on the hards. He doesn't want to be in the mediums. Might also be trying to go to the end then. Although, I mean, 27 laps on one set of hard tires seems to be like a big stretch, I would say. Safety car probably coming in end of this lap, unless Menace Man takes a long time to catch up, which I don't think he will. He should be on the back of the safety car after Ascari. But yeah, interesting thing we can look at now as well is the position changes that, what can I see? There we go. So yeah, we can see, Claudio up 6 places, great start from him. Jonathan up 5 despite his pit stop, so big gain from him as well. Of course, Menace Man and KSA are back now on P12 and P10. Those guys had awful starts, of course being involved in those incidents. Dropping 8 and 9 places respectively, so lots of movement here at the early stages of this Italian Grand Prix. And we'll have another start going to turn 1, of course, once the safety car goes in. Which might be this lap or next lap. We'll have to wait and see. I think maybe next lap, as we are quite some way into Sector 3 now. Oh no, very late call. Safety car's been called in. We're racing this lap. Rico will decide when the field can go, of course. He has to wait for the safety car to get back in the pits. He can't go now and go into the back of it. Rico slowing down the field to a very slow pace here. Now he's going, Rico's accelerated. And he's caught Biasgabi off guard a bit. Face forwards though, very close to Biasgabi, attacking him already. Trying to go down to turn 1, maybe alongside. Maybe trying to go to the inside here, let's see. They're both burning all of the ERS they have available. Face forwards goes to the outside, Biasgabi covers the inside. And face forwards does go around the outside into turn 1. Has the inside left for turn 2 and pulls ahead. Great move from face forwards. Claudio, a bit of a mistake, coming out to chicane. Is now under attack from Sean Moore. And Gargis as well. Actually, Sean Moore already got past. Gargis is now attacking him. Gargis into the grass a little bit, through the Cover Grande, down to into the Della Loggia chicane. And moves past him. Face forward, already pulled a full second of Sean Moore here at the first part of this safety car restart. KSA and Menace Man very close together here. Two championship contenders fighting over P10, over the final points pack position, but of course they will be moving up the field for the rest of this race, I assume. KSA with a slight tire advantage on the mediums instead of the hards. Looking to get past here, wants to use the pace on that medium tire. Oh, bit of a slide there, coming out of Ascari. Menace Man, KSA now both trying to get past KSA teammate here. Yeah, getting past Fogg as Menace Man goes from the roof into Parabolica. And on the inside line, he does pull ahead. And then Ferrari side by side on the extra Parabolica. KSA goes around the outside of his teammate. And now trying to take Menace Man into turn 1 as well. Can he get it done? They are alongside. Fogg is trying to come back as well. 3 wide into turn 1. 2 Ferraris and Menace Man. KSA comes out ahead, I think, as he squeezes his teammate off just a little bit. Fogg has lost it. Fogg has spun on the exit of the chicane. And he's down to last place. KSA now attacking the next car as well. Sink. He wants to move up on P9. KSA making lots of moves here in the early stage of the stage car restart as he needs to get back up the field. Sink is still alongside. Contact made. Sink has been spun around on the exit of the Dalivogi, and he resets the tracks, and that will be a 10-second penalty if we get supported for it as well. Fogg now will he get past Sink here? No, he's slowing down to avoid a dangerous situation. Menace Man, KSA still behind each other now. Menace Man, of course, on the worst tire, will probably not be coming back at him anytime soon, but if he can still stay with him, can use his DRS, maybe he can get it back later. Once those hard tires can have have an advantage over the mediums. As Thog now moves past Zink, they're both off the track into going to Ascari there, so maybe some contact made as well. Face Forwards is catching up to Sean Moole. Well, Sean Moole actually, he was a second behind Face Forwards earlier, now he's back into P2, so looks like Sean Moole has come back at him, so these two might be fighting over the next couple laps as well. Gabi staying within DRS range in those two as well. But Rico at the front, flying away, 2.5 second gaps already. He's doing really well in this race. Meanwhile, KSA is trying to catch up to Jonathan now, which would be P7 for him. He's just outside DRS range. As he goes deep into the Delaroche chicane, and he's lost on an exit. Now he's caught it, just about. But Mannesman now right behind, could be in a position to attack KSA into Ascari, if he can just stay close enough to him. I thought KSA was going to end up in the wall, but he just about caught it, and he actually might have DRS to Jonathan. He's within a second. No, he wasn't within a second at the detection point, but he is safe from Mannesman. Mannesman is too far behind to go for a move. Meanwhile, BS Gabi has just about hanging on to the DRS of Face Forwards ahead. Has to burn it off, he has to stay close. Let's see, KSA could be going for a move on Jonathan soon. Maybe a bit too far behind to do it on the main straight this time around, into the Retafilio chicane to turn 1 and 2. Although he's burning ERS, he wants to go for it. He's in the position to do so, he's opening up the DRS, and I think KSA will have the overspeed over Jonathan. And indeed he does, he's pulling alongside to the outside. And it should be an easy move for him with tire advantage, and indeed it is. KSA up into P7. The recovery continues. Although Jonathan not getting up on this yet, he's burning ERS, trying to get back alongside through the Cover Grande, but KSA has got it covered. KSA will stay ahead in P7 here. Doesn't give Jonathan any chance. Mannesman will be trying to follow through soon, so he can stay close to KSA. Make sure he continues his comeback as well, together with KSA staying close to him, and once KSA's mediums drop off, he will be able to attack him. Although of course Jonathan now does have DRS, which will make the move more difficult for Mannesman than it was for KSA. As BS Gabi, oh, Face Forwards actually, Face Forwards has lost it. Going through Ascar, we've got another safety car. Face Forwards has no front wing left at all. Second safety car of the race here on lap 7. And this could be really interesting on the strategies. Let's see, the hard runners might pit for mediums. Rico staying out. Sean Moole is also staying out, but BS Gabi is going in. So is Gargreaves. Claudio staying out. Face Forwards going in. KSA going in. Yeah, I think if you should definitely should pit for hards now if you can to go to the end. Even if it was on hards already, I'll probably pit for mediums. They might make it to the end. Might not, but even if you do, you have a you can do a medium, which isn't too bad. But yeah, actually quite a few. Well, Claudio, the only driver on medium, staying out. Sully is gone again. Let me try to invite you again. Are you having just problems with the lobby, or also on the party internet issues?
Yeah, it's internet issues.
Well, so the top 5 have stayed out, and everyone from P6 and downwards has just pitted for fresh tires. On KSA's and Fox Case pitted for tires that they used only for the first lap of this race, so essentially fresh tires. As Fox has crashed! Fully crashed out in the safety car! He's crashed on the exit of the Retafilio, going to the Cover Grande. He is lost, and that's one of Ferrari out this race. Down in P12, will not be scoring any points today. Crashing under a safety car, a nightmare in front of your home fans. Not something you wanna be seeing in here in Monza. Ewok is now disconnected, but he DNF'd on the first lap, so yeah, probably not an instant issue, just him leaving. Let's see if anybody else decides to pit now on the second lap of the safety car. Maybe Claudia will Interesting choice by Claudio to stay out on the mediums when he sees everybody else who was on the mediums who was on the mediums already pitting for hards. But he's gonna stick to it. He thinks it's smarter to stay out. Sink is almost caught up in the field now, so we'll be probably racing at the end of this lap. As the entire field is bunched up now. So for the third time this race, we'll be starting the race. Or for the second time, we're restarting the race. As Fox is now leaving the session as well, after this DNF. Yeah, very disappointing way to DNF here on the, under safety car conditions. Spinning out on the cold tires. It's an easy mistake to make, to spin on the cold tires, but under safety car, still, you definitely don't want to be doing that. So yeah, Rico once again. But Rico now is definitely in trouble because the likes of Gargris, KSA, BSGB face forwards, maybe Marcelio and Sink for sure as well, will be going to the end of this race. They will not be making any more pit stops and he will. So he's probably gonna drop down quite some way, despite his great pace early on. He might lose this race on strategy. Which is also what happened in Silverstone. In Silverstone he had amazing pace, he was dominating the race, and then the rain came down! As Rico has just tapped the wall. Under safety car, he's lost the car slightly, went into the wall. Hopefully for him he doesn't have any damage, but if he does, that would be such a, an unnecessary way to lose the race. But his car seems fine, I can't see any damage on the front wing, so at least the damage wouldn't be major if he has any damage. He might still have some slight damage that is not visible to the spectator. But let's see if Rico can do another good restart here. Catch Sean Moole off guard once again. And fly away into turn 1. He hasn't accelerated just yet. So we go into the Parabolica. Let's see. He's going quite quickly already, but now he's gone. Rico is accelerated, and this time around Sean Moole is a lot closer. But Claudio with a great restart as well, already pulling alongside Sean Moole. Of course, on the mediums could be a bit faster for now, as Facewards is spun through the final corner, so his restart has not gone well at all. Claudio dives up the inside of Sean Moole. They're side by side though. Sean Moole still alongside now on the inside through the second corner of the chicane. Sean Moole stays in P2 for now, but Claudio is alongside still. Claudio on the inside through Curva Grande, probably gonna pull ahead here, unless Sean Moole can use the outside line for a better run into the chicane. He's still there, but no, not far enough alongside to go for a move into the chicane. Meanwhile, Gargis already up to P4, so big movement from Gargis. Jonathan down to P8, Menaceman stopped to P5 already. Yellow flags for Marcelio, I think it is, who might have spun coming out of the Delavorgio chicane. As Menaceman is putting pressure on Gargis. Claudio made a mistake, Sean moves back past. Menaceman wants to get back past Gargis here, uses the ERS, pulling alongside to the outside into Ascari, who will come out ahead, and Menaceman goes ahead into the corner. Gargis deciding to not stay alongside through Ascari, but now under pressure from KSA behind. Great X from KSA through Ascari, pulling alongside. Gargis actually has wing damage on the front left, his end plate is missing. Ascari flies through as well. Gargis with wing damage after the safety restart. And KSA as well! KSA on the front right is missing the end plate. Both KSA and Gargis with wing damage. And they're both pitting. Sync now attacking Jonathan as well into turn 1. Burning the ES. KSA retiring from the race in the pits. 0 points from Ferrari here at the home race. As Sync goes around the outside of Jonathan through turn 1. They make a bit of contact. But he pulls ahead. But Jonathan comes back at him on the exit, and he moves back onto P6. BS Gabri now actually the furthest placed driver, or the highest placed driver of the barrels who pitted on a safety car. So he's in a very good position. He will not have to make any more pit stops in this race. Everybody else around him probably will. Yellow flags again from Marcelio, again the same place. As Sync and Jonathan are side by side through Lesmo 2 here. Sync on the inside pulls ahead, but he goes deep. And Jonathan with a switchback comes back at him, coming onto the straight, and moves back up to P6. Meanwhile, Gabi staying close enough to Menaceman here for the DRS, but he isn't pushing too much, he's not on his back or anything. Just staying close enough within DRS range to to pick up the pieces if he makes a mistake. Gabi, of course, playing the long game, as he will be going to the end, and everybody else in front of him. Well, I think Management made a pit on the first lap, so he is technically allowed to go to the end, but if he does, his tires will be much worse than Gabri's. As Sync now moves past Jonathan again over the main straight, but Jonathan also again comes back at him, up the inside into turn 1. This fight is far from over. Let's see if Jonathan can once again stay ahead, as he goes side by side. Jonathan does pull ahead, once again from the chicane, and Sync with a bad exit will not come back at him into the Delarogia, but maybe later on the lap, or next lap into turn 1 once again. Great battle between those two at the moment. And it's allowing Phase 4 to come closer as well. He is already almost back into the edge range of those two now. They're really losing themselves some time with that heavy battling. But for us as a viewer, it's great. Meanwhile, Rico has already broken the ERS to Sean Moore. He hasn't even used any of his ERS. He's still at 98%. Burning a little bit now, but yeah, Rico showcasing some great pace here in Monza. As Sync now side by side with Jonathan Gabi, and Sync moves ahead once more. But we've seen Jonathan come back at him numerous times. Can he do it again? Into turn 1 this time around. It will be close enough. Sync is about 6/10 ahead, so make their way into the Parabolica. Does Jonathan have any chance to come back at him? Of course, Sync has no DRS up ahead, so big advantage for Jonathan in that case, but I think Sync might have finally gotten this move done. It looks like it, because Jonathan is just a bit too far behind here, I think. He's got a DRS open, he's scanning on him, but it won't be enough. Sync has finally secured P6. Although he makes a slight mistake from the chicane, not the best of exits. He should still be safe off Jonathan, as Sony has now left the party. I think he's finally been defeated by his internet issues. Yeah. So I'll probably be alone for the rest of this race. Unless he can come back, I don't know if he's able to fix it in some way. Or if it fixed it itself, more likely. Yeah. Gabi now, very close to Management, might be going for a move here soon, as Management has dropped out of DRS range to Claudio, so they've lost contact to the race leaders. But Gabi, can he go for a move into Ascari? Probably not, right? He might go for it. He might go for it. Yes, Gabi's gonna go for it. And he gets it done. Gets to the apex first and moves ahead. Although Management now has the opportunity to come back at him into turn 1. He's got more ERS, he wouldn't have DRS, and I think Management will overtake him once again. Unless he goes for it into Parabolica, which shouldn't be... Yeah, he goes into power. Smart driving from Management there, deciding to stay behind. So we'll have the DRS over the main straight. Although great exit from Gabi, which might be enough to save him actually, as Claudio's in the pits after 12 laps, pitting for hard tires, moving Gabi up onto the podium already, and only 3 seconds with next car. Management actually, is he close enough? No, he's not. Gabi stays in P2. Management actually didn't burn any ERS, so maybe he doesn't even want to go ahead. He's decided that there's no point fighting him, but now he's going for it actually. Scratch that, Management is fighting him around the outside now through Cova Grande, but Gabi stays ahead for now with the inside line. Management can't find a way around Gabi for now. Gabi was a bit deep through the Delarogia chicane. Management is also close behind him. These two are very close on pace right now. It looks like Gabi has done enough to lesson 1 and 2 to build enough of a gap onto the straight here. Meanwhile, Sean Moore is caught back up to Rico. He is within DRS range. Battle for the lead might be on the cards here. As Jonathan moves past Phase Forwards into Ascari, and Phase Forwards has won! Phase Forwards has lost it! Resetting to track in the process. Thankfully no damage, he didn't go into any walls, but big time loss and a potential 10-second time penalty as well if anybody reports him for resetting to track. Sean Moore not close enough to Rico this time around, but he's getting closer, using the DRS to close the gap, not burning any of his ES as well, being smart about it. Same for Rico, very much, well, 85% ES right now as well, so... Oh, Management moves past Gabi! What's happened here then? Gabi with a very bad accident out of turn 2. And Management has moved up into the podium once again. But the thing for BS Gabri is this entire fight doesn't really matter, because, I mean, Menace Man might be able to go to the end. He is allowed to go to the end by the rules. But it's gonna be a struggle for him. Sean Moore and Rico definitely aren't going to the end, so, yeah, it might be a battle for the race win in the end here between Menace Man and BS Gabri. And Menace Man will be on significantly older tires, and he will really struggle to keep traction, to keep the car on track, to keep the traction down, to, yeah, just even stay close to BS Gabri once his tires hit the cliff, which they definitely will. He could even get into puncture territory, which will of course be a nightmare. Especially if he actually gets a puncture as well, yeah. That would really ruin any chance of him winning the race. As Face Watson now out of the race, he's crashed at Ascari. Sean Moore going to the pits, and we've got a VSC just as Sean Moore pits. And this is big, because Rico is now losing time to Sean Moore, sitting in the pits as well. Jonathan actually staying out. If you're gonna pit, you need to pit now. If you're going to pit at all, you need to pit under VSC and gain time. Of course, VSC, everybody around you is going slower, and in the pit lane you're still the same speed as before, so you lose less time in the pits. And this will allow Sean Moore to jump Rico, without question. Singh as well took the opportunity to pit, but only those two, nobody else. Everybody else staying out. Surprised that Jonathan didn't pit, as well as Menace Man. They definitely had the opportunity. As Singh gets a 5-second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit white line, so he's done that multiple times as well, because the first time you only get a warning. So yeah, that's really annoying for Singh. So he must have done that at least 3 times, I think. I think after the 3rd time you get a penalty. So yeah, Singh not respecting the white line rules. It is a 5-second penalty for Portland anyway, but now he's got one from the game. So well, if that's the case, gets supported, he won't be getting a penalty. At least that's what I think the stewards will decide. I obviously can't guarantee anything, but yeah, that's what I assume the stewards would say. Since he's already got a penalty from the game, not penalized for it by us as well. Spears Derby is really close to Menace Man now. Let's see if Rico's starting to pit. Yes, Rico in the pits. Menace Man staying out. BS Gabi about to take the lead here. Opening up the DRS, and he will definitely take the lead as he moves ahead into turn 1. But Menace Man will probably stay alongside. No, he won't. BS Gabi, oh, he dives back around the outside. Very much later on the brakes, and he gets it done. Menace Man keeps the lead, defending from BS Gabi. Jonathan moves under P4. Sean Moore indeed jumps jumps Rico. Marcelio as well up into P5 now. Rico down to P7 even behind Claudio, maybe. Very close here, Claudio diving into the outside. But the science better of it. Pulled off that one. That was very much reminiscent of Verstappen and Hamilton in 2021. As Hamilton came out of the pits on cold tires, Verstappen diving it around the outside, and then, of course, having that famous incident. In this case, though, Claudio decided to be a bit more cautious and pulled out the move. Meanwhile, BS Gabi going for it again on Menace Man into Ascari. So they go side by side, and BS Gabi gets to the apex first. Menace Man, a bit of a mistake. Might drop out of the ERS here. He might have dropped out of the ERS here. Come on, BS Gabi. Burn your ERS. Make sure he's gone. But no, he's not burning it. He's allowing Menace Man to get back into the ERS range. The smart thing to do for BS Gabi there would have been to burn some ERS and just get him gone. But now Menace Man will be able to close up to him once again with that DRS. Because as long as you're in DRS range, you will gain so much time on these trains, and it's impossible to get you gone. But that one mistake, that was BS Gabi's chance, he didn't take it. Jonathan actually is closing in on these two. They are losing time battling, and Jonathan is coming closer and closer. Maybe, if he's able to go to the end, he could be challenging Menace Man towards the end, but I think BS Gabi, with that 6-lap tire advantage, which doesn't sound like a lot actually on the hard tires, but it's gonna make a big difference, because Menace Man and Jonathan's tires will definitely go off the cliff. BS Gabi's tires probably won't. And that's the big difference. It's a difference of maybe 10, 15, maybe 20% at most. But that will really be showing lap times probably by a full second or more by the end. As Menace Man and Jonathan will yeah, get close to punctures maybe even. If they decide to go to the end, which I think they are, because if they wanted to pit for mediums again, they would have done so already under the VSC. But they haven't. I mean, you can see how much Rico's lost to Sean Moore. He's lost about 4.5 seconds, I think, or maybe close to 5 even. And he's got a car between them as well, so yeah. Rico deciding, well, Rico actually didn't decide to not to pit, he was just, I think, past the pit lane when the VEC came out, so he wasn't able to pit. But Sean Moore just about managed to sneak in. Rico gains about 5 tenths there through Parabolica. And he will now move past Marcelio on the main straight here. Should be a rather easy move for the Alfa Romeo driver. As he flies past the Aston Martin man. Over the main straight, using the ES to his full advantage. And up into P5, Marcelio doesn't go for any stupid moves. He's aware that Rico is right now the fastest driver and will pull away from him, so there's no point trying to battle him and losing time. He is battling Claudio towards the end probably. Marcelio on 11 lap old mediums. If he wants to go to the end, he will be on 18 lap old tires by the end, which is gonna be a struggle for mediums to do that many laps. Yellow flags now in sector 2 for Claudio. No, Marcelio! Just as I said, he might be trying to go to the end, he might get a good result. He is now down to last place. P9 for Marcelio here in this Italian Grand Prix. I think he stayed out of the wall though, so no damage on the Aston Martin. He is able to continue. Menace Man meanwhile getting closer. The gap to Jonathan actually increasing now. He was at 3 seconds earlier, now it's at 4 seconds. So yeah, the gap that was created by Menace Man's mistake allowed Menace Man and Gabri to pull away from Jonathan once again. But Menace Man is still within range of BS Gabri. Although, I mean, it's gonna be a big task for him if he wants to win this race. With that tire disadvantage he will have for the rest of this race. Marcelio just gotten the penalty. Oh, BS Gabri starting losing the car. There maybe some weird glitch as well, as he seems to have gone for a full stop for not even half a second, but for a very small amount of time, which was a very weird thing to do. Marcelio now in the pits. Not sure, maybe he did have damage, or he just wants to go for fresh tires. He is done with these tires. He is going for softs. No wing change, so he just wants to get off those mediums. Might be close to a puncture then if he thinks that he can't go to the end. He might try and go for fast lap as well. Currently the fastest lap is a 1:21.596 by Rico. The softs I think have about a 5/10 tire advantage at Monza, so actually not that big. And I think Rico might have had the ES as well on that lap, so gonna be a difficult task for Marcelio to beat that lap. But he might, I think he's gonna try, because he has nothing else to do now. He's 28 seconds behind Gargreaves. Not gonna catch that in 7 laps, so might as well try and go for fastest lap at this point. This Menace Man just about staying inside DRS range. He's not fast enough to attack BS Gabri despite the big DRS advantage. He just can't do it. His tires have gone off too much, and BS Gabri could be on his way to winning this race. His home race here in Italy. It's looking good for him, although Menace Man, he's burned a lot of ES now, he's close once again. He hasn't given up on this yet. And BS Gabri, you can see him blink for just a moment, he's low on ES. He is running out. He's under pressure. But it is most definitely between those two, because nobody else is close enough. Next car behind is Jonathan. And then, well, Sean Moore. He is about 8 seconds behind Menace Man. So unless those tires go into, or start losing massive amounts of grip, Sean Moore will not be close enough. He does have a significant tire advantage, and he's definitely gaining loads of time. But it won't be enough, because we only have 6 laps to go now. He might get Jonathan, or he's probably gonna get Jonathan, and finish on the podium, but likely that will be about it. I don't think he will have enough pace to catch Menace Man. Especially with Menace Man continuing to stay with BS Gabri here, as we go on to lap 22 or 27. Sean Moore now likely setting up a move on Jonathan. He's burning the ES. He needs to get past here. He can't be stuck behind him if he wants to have any chance of winning this race. But Jonathan's defending. Jonathan with loads of ERS is defending. Maybe helping his teammate a little bit, but Sean Moore pulls alongside, and that should be an easy move then, as he will be able to brake much later. And indeed he is. But Jonathan with the switchback is alongside on the outside now. He has the ERS to go for a move. through the outside of Cover Grande, but Sean Moore also burning his ES, but he doesn't have nearly as much. This is a difficult fight for Sean Moore to do. The tire advantage enough to carry him through this as he goes around the outside into the oh my god, contact made! But both drivers have gone out okay, and thankfully for Sean Moore, he has pulled ahead, but has lost him some time in this battle with Jonathan. Jonathan doing a good job to hold Sean Moore up for his teammate here. And now Rico as well wanting to go through here. Let's see if Jonathan... Yeah, Jonathan is indeed fighting this one out as well. He's burning the ES. He will stay ahead going into Ascari. Rico is not close enough to get past on pure pace without... Oh my goodness me! Rico! Way too late in the brakes compared to Jonathan, and it's completely rear-ended him. Jonathan in the gravel, and that was completely on Rico. Jonathan rejoins in P7 behind Sink and Claudio. He was on for surely a P5 finish, but Rico has rear-ended him and ruined his chances of that. Likely also picked up some wing damage on the front right end plate, and will more than likely get a penalty from the stewards as well, which might drop him down even further. Jonathan now in the pits. Might have... Did he get wing damage from this? Yes! How did he get wing damage from that? He got rear-ended. How? This doesn't make sense. How would you lose your front wing from getting hit in the rear? Well, anyway, Menace Man and BS Garvey still close together here. Menace Man is still... I mean, he's doing well to keep up, but he's just not quite close enough to go for the move. He is constantly within a few tenths, as Claudio makes a mistake through the Delarogia and allows Sink to move out to P5, but of course Sink has that 5-second penalty for crossing white lines on the pit exit and pit entry, so Claudio just needs to stay with him. He doesn't actually have to overtake him, but he might try anyway. Into Ascari, around the outside, no, Sink covers him off. Claudio can't find a way around him. Sink doing a bit of weaving there as well, which a very small amount of weaving, but still weaving, I would say. Which of course is not allowed in the FIA sporting regulations. This Menace Man might go for a move here. BSKB doesn't have any ES to defend himself. BSKB now covers the inside, gets the car rotated nicely, and stays ahead of Menace Man for another lap. But Menace Man, I think he's seeing his chance. Despite his tires going off, he might be able to do this because he has a big ES advantage. Only three laps to go now. Claudio moving past Sink there, and Sink gets back past him. And Claudio's gone off at the first chicane here at Inverted Video. And he's out of the ES range now, so Sink is in the clear. At least in terms of on-track position, but of course he needs to build a 5-second gap to actually beat him. Because of his 5-second penalty. And, I mean, right now he doesn't even have a 5-second gap to Gargreaves. So not looking good for Sink here if he wants to finish P5. This big gap that Rico has behind of 10 seconds might actually save him from losing places after the penalty that he will surely get for the incident with Jonathan. So now we have yellow flags for no reason? There's nothing happening here. Why is the yellow flags? Well, we'll just ignore them then. Menace Man now with 50% EAS, BS Gabby with nothing. Menace Man is doing well to conserve his EAS, but he needs to find the way to stay closer to BS Gabby. He can't be this far behind going onto the straight here every single lap. Well, he's now somewhat close, but he's gonna lose lots of time on the exit as his tires will not allow him to go on the power as early as BS Gabby. Although actually, he's close. He is close. This could be the way to go for him. Close in on the main straight and then burn some EAS through here before the corners come up, because in the corners he will lose too much time to go for a move into Ascari. On the next EAS straight, as you can see now, BS Gabby will probably gain a few tenths, 2 less more than 2, as Menace Man just can't really get the same rotation that BS Gabby can on his tires now. Well, of course, I mean, BS Gabby's aren't the freshest tires either. He's on 17 lap old hards, but Menace Man on 23 laps. He's been on these tires since lap 1 of the race, I think. So, yeah, very, very long stint for Menace Man. Hopefully for him the tires do last, but even if they do, it's gonna be so difficult. I mean, he is now somewhat close, and BS Gabby has nothing in terms of EAS. 3%! Man might be able to move past here, and then BS Gabi is gonna have a difficult time going back fast without any EAS assistance. Although he gains a good bit of time through the Parabolica. Does Man have a chance? Sean Moole 4 seconds behind with 2 laps to go. Too far behind. Sean Moole will not be a factor in this battle. We have 2 laps to go. Can Man find a way to beat BS Gabi here? BS Gabi braking very early into turn 1 there. Oh, bit of a slight exit. This could be Management chance. Man pulling alongside and moves ahead. Man takes the lead of the race. With only 1.5 laps to go, Man is in the lead, and BS Gabi has absolutely nothing in terms of EAS to go back past. He needs to do it the old-fashioned way. And he tried to go for a dive bomb. He's keeping his overtake mode enabled. This will be so close. The DRS for BS Gabi, would it be strong enough to overcome the massive EAS advantage Man has? He's burning EAS, he's gonna try and go for BS Gabi, opening up the EAS now. BS Gabi on the outside. As we approach the halfway point of the second last lap, BS Gabi back into the lead. But Man has so much more EAS. If his tires can just hold on. But you can see massive graining on the front right tire. I wonder what percentage Man's tires are on. He definitely seems to be struggling, as you can see him being careful. But now he's burning the EAS. Sean Moole 2 seconds behind. Maybe one more lap and he could still be in this, but now he's too far. Mannesman with a bad exit to Parabolica. Has BS Gabi done enough? Has he done enough? Mannesman is burning all of his EAS. DRS now open. Can he go for the move? Into turn 1, he's gaining loads of time. He will go to the outside. They're alongside into turn 1. Who will come out ahead? BS Gabi on the inside, Mannesman on the outside. Who with the better exit out of turn 2 here? They're still side by side. It looks like Mannesman with the EAS now is gonna be on the outside. Can he get past? Yes, he can! Management into the lead, but BS Gabi will not give up here. BS Gabi burning every little bit of ES he still has, moving to the inside. Can he go for the move? Yes, he will, up the inside. What a move by BS Gabi. Back into the lead. And Management, will he have any chances in the second half of this lap? Maybe into Ascari. Sean Moole is getting closer and closer as well here. He is still the factor, actually. Only 6 tenths behind. If those two make any mistakes, Sean Moole is there to pick up the pieces. Oh my goodness me, what a finish in this race. Management now out of EAS as well. He won't be able to attack him, he's too far behind. BS Gabi has kept the lead, but BS Gabi gets a the time penalty on the last lap of the race. A 3-second time penalty for BS Gabi, and he's gifted Management the win. Unbelievable stuff. BS Gabi gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple corner cuts on the last lap through Ascari. And it will be Management who wins the race here as he goes through the final corner, and he's done it. BS Gabi has thrown away. Management wins. Sean will P2, BS Gabi P3. Rico ends up in P4. What a last couple of laps that was. And heartbreak for BS Gabi at his home race to lose out on a win in that slow fashion. That is going to be the most disappointing way to lose a race that you've ever seen. Claudio on P5, Sync in P6, Gargries ends up in P7, Jonathan in P8. Did he end up getting the fastest lap? Maybe, or maybe him or Senior, I think they both tried for it, but no, Rico kept the fastest lap. And yeah, Jonathan there, over the line in P8. Very disappointing as well, he was on for a good result, but yeah, the incident with Rico cost him. Marcelio now the last one to complete this race. Will finish in P9. He is slowing down for some reason. Yeah, I mean, what a finish in the race. Management held on the tires. He took advantage of BS Gabi's mistakes, of that mistake, that penalty. And Management takes his second race of the season. Continues to build his lead at the top of the standings. Really impressive stuff from the Red Bull driver. And he gets driver of the day for it as well, of course. He had that first lap incident, he was down the back of the field together with KSA. And he's done well to recover from it and win the race here in Monza. Great strategy, pitting on the first lap and just holding on to tires. Great tire conservation from Management. Very, very impressive stuff. Sean Moole as well, with that made up a full pit stop on these two in about 10 laps, so very impressive as well. And BS Gabi, I mean, he did so well for the first part of that, for the first 27.5 laps, and then That one mistake, that time penalty has cost him dearly, dropping him from P1 to P3. Such a disappointing mistake from Pierre there. But yeah, that was the Italian Grand Prix here. Management wins the race, ahead of Sean Moore, Pierre Rico the fast lap in P4, Claudio Sink, Darkwish, Jonathan Marcello faced towards the top 10, then KSA, Thog and Ewag in P11 to 13, not scoring any points. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's race. We will see you again next week for the Austrian Grand Prix, and goodbye.